Oh my gosh.
God.
Tiny soft music. Ah! Okay, so hello. I am Lies.
And I am Scandal.
And this is You Are 100,000 Light Years Away. So this is a Luo Zhi En game, who is the creator. They make beautiful, tiny little games that I have super enjoyed so far. You, Scandal?
Yeah, no, I really like them. They're snooper.
Super
They're
snooper.
snooper. They're super atmospheric. They feel really soft and really gentle. A lot of them have really great, personal, little music.
I touched it.
Tap
Okay.
the screen to make the beam fly from the white star to the yellow one.
Okay. Tap. Oh no, look at this. The beam gets energy while it is turning around the star. Tap the screen again to make the beam go to the other star. So it's getting bigger, and then it's fully charged up, and then you send it over. Oh, you get to see if you can get it, like, basically long enough to go around. It's basically like a line draw around game. Get the distance from white stars to yellow stars. Keep going until you reach 1,000K.
That's a lot louder than the other games. Hello.
It is. All of them have this cute little music. Stars like these can increase life. So we're going to go around stars and aim for another star. And you're trying to shoot at a faraway star. Okay, that's wild. And then you just shoot to the next star by tapping. But you get smaller as you get to it. Holy cow, this is cute.
This is delicate.
All these games have been super sweet. Like, I do not know anything else about this creator other than their games, and every one of them has been really
pleasant.
Cute. Very soft, very gentle, very sweet games.
Just very pleasant.
And a lot of them look very hand digitally painted kind of thing. As far as I know, they only have the one person that creates them. I don't know if they're in design school or what it is, but I love their stuff. Look at how I still kind of want to play I Like Being With You again.
Right.
It's super cute. So we have actually a channel, or like an entire playlist on our channel of these games. Oh no, I'm gonna lose it. Oh,
you
no,
missed.
there it was. Starry, starry night. The more shyness, the more loneliness.
I think it's the more shinies, the more loneliness, or shininess.
Shyness, though.
Yeah.
All right, and then you tap to play again.
And some of these, and also some of them are really just like, this is sad. What? And
Okay.
Commercials.
Obligatory ads. So the thing is Luo Zhi En does not charge for any of the games, but they do have a remove ads option on all of them. Removing ads lets you buy the game, and it really is, they're pretty inexpensive. 99 cents for every game is what I've seen so far.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I've seen.
And they're really, like, sweet about it. So it's like, they can either fund themselves by having obligatory ads just pop into your really soft experience every now and then, or you can
Which honestly is really surprising most of the time it does, because you go, woo!
So basically you can play the game for free, and then the ads have such a different tone in the game, like, holy cow, right?
Yeah, no,
like,
badly.
Badly, I was gonna say, but at the same time, look at this.
Oh, and I forgot, well, you're Lies and I'm Scandal, by the way.
Oh, did we not introduce ourselves?
I don't think
we did. I'm sorry.
I think we got a little thrown off going, no, we're right in this thing, oh gosh.
Look at this adorable little game.
And they usually are, though, like, holy cow.
Anyway, so, like I said, there is a whole, like, playlist of these things. You can see all of them, and they are super cute. And yeah, like, every one of them, you can either play for free with ads, or you can buy for 99 cents and support the creator. Honestly, I love this creator. We're probably going to go back and buy every one of these at some point.
Right.
Just to support this kind of gaming. Because one of the ways to get more content of the type of games you like is to support the creators of it.
Right.
Oh, so it's a non sequitur, but did you want to talk about that movie you were interested in recently?
Oh, Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah, no,
and about content.
Oh, yeah, so it's actually one of those things that people have been talking about lately. So it was like when the Black Panther movie came out, people going, hey, by the way, this would be really supporting basically this community and going, we need to see more of this content. Because actually, so like in the case of Crazy Rich Asians, they were talking about literally Hollywood producers were going, we're giving this a shot. If this doesn't work, we're never going to do this again, kind of thing. Though I imagine it would happen again.
And basically,
but you would go through the same cycle basically over again. It's taken 25 years actually for a primary, Asian cast, as it were, primary Asian descent, Asian cast to have basically, the leads and be the focus.
In a Hollywood American movie.
Yeah, because for everyone else, for the most part, we really have just mostly had basically a white/Caucasian sort of experience, you know?
We are stars, looking for each other from afar.
Oh no, I noticed it was starting to talk.
Oh no, it's starting to talk to us. This is so cute. Sorry, anyway, so what Scandal's talking about basically is if it, like in the case of Black Panther, the demographic you're talking about supporting is basically ethnic actors rather than primarily white cast. This doesn't mean white cast won't get roles. It just means we get more diversity in our shows and in our films
and our stories and representation,
things like that, and that more people can. Oh no, I missed.
Oh, you missed so bad.
I missed, and into the market, and so that I'm gonna have you try it.
Okay, I'm gonna
have Scandal try this soft, cute little thing. This is adorable.
This is amazing.
So cute. Anyway, and then so basically with Crazy Rich Asians, you'd be supporting more Asian actors and a more Asian demographic in Hollywood. And when they talked about this idea of, hey, we're going to try this and see if it works, this is literally having a dominantly Asian cast.
Right.
And I don't actually know what parts of Asia they're all from at all. I haven't looked into the cast history in any way. But just, Asia is a really big place. There's a lot of diverse cultures and ethnic backgrounds and things over there. And it is not just all, hey, you're Asian,
Right.
Anyway, but it seemed kind of fun. But also Crazy Rich Asians is actually a love story.
Yeah, it's supposed to be. It's based off of a book. It's a cute little romance. And as far as I understand, it's actually a lot of fun, and a lot of individuals have talked about the.
You eat the star if you stay there too long, which is why I kept moving.
I didn't notice.
You slowly absorb
It doesn't
the star.
say that. That's fascinating.
Oh no!
I missed.
Oh yes!
Yes!
You were so tiny. Oh my gosh!
That was.
You got a lot of score for that. For risking your life so hard, you got a lot of score. Go ahead. That's great. Yeah, that's why the stars go away after you leave them too. I like the Starry Night feel of this thing.
It's super pretty, guy. I'm just sort of touched by it being like, oh lordy. Can you imagine though?
No.
I thought I could do it.
What can we imagine? What?
Can you imagine though? Really, just like interacting with some of these paintings and being like, I wonder if this is really just someone who basically was visually impaired.
Oh, and they couldn't make the sort of detail that other people were making.
That up badly.
You missed. Your angles were a bit off. But this is one of the things that I've enjoyed is a lot of people have done sort of the Van Gogh Starry Night style on a lot of things. There's been a lot of basically fan paintings. There's been a lot of people that have made it into like light boards or paper craft or into, big displays, or they've used the style on other things. But this is actually, I hadn't ever seen a game based off the style. And if there is one, please feel free to put it in the comments or link it to us because I would be charmed to see it. Oh, into the distance.
Boo.
I love how you turn into a shooting star, though.
Yeah.
Like, you go and burn yourself out, but you still just turn into a shooting star. You have a chance to continue this level by watching a video.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Hang on a second, guys. Since I actually can now interact with that, I'll be right back. Oh, dang.
The video failed.
It didn't work. We're not loading well here today.
It failed.
We are badly loaded.
Badly loaded. We're poorly loaded
Poor loaders.
Game hosts.
We are the worst.
The poorly loaded hosts. Anyway, this is really, I'm very charmed by this. I'm having the same atmospheric experience where like Scandal just keeps staring at it going, ooh,
I really do. I'm like,
and I'm just watching them here going like, you're totally starstruck by this thing.
I mean, I like the fact that literally I just sort of have this experience of I can just watch a game and be like, it's pretty. It's soft. It's sort of entrancing. It's in that vein of I really liked Journey for that particular reason of like, you could just play the game and not really have to interact with it on a verbal level at all.
You didn't have anything you needed to do.
Yeah, it was just a emotional experience. I mean, I cried in that game, though, so,
See, and I've never played Journey. At some point on our channel, Scandal's going to have, me play through Journey. And it is going to be quite an experience, and we will have that. And I know other people have played through Journey, and there's quite a community around it, but I've never seen it before, so that will be quite a new experience for me. And I know myself watching Let's Players, it's been a lot of fun to, see people do the same ones differently. And sometimes what we'll do is after we Let's Play a game, we'll go see if other people have played it. Now, we do a lot of app games because I feel like so many app games advertised to you, and then you really don't know what they're about. You really don't know what it's going to look like, what the game play is going to be like, anything. And so you download it to find out. Then you have to spend 20, 30 minutes, an hour, 2, 3 days, whatever, sort of getting through the basic features of the game to figure out if you even like this thing, or if it's well made. One of some of those ones where you download it and immediately you're like, I spent time downloading it and I don't like it at all.
Oh, yeah.
So we've played some really like poorly rated app games. We've also played some independent, like really tiny independent creator app games that almost no one has tried before, that only have like, 100 views or what have you. And yeah, so that's been one of those things that you didn't build up your life enough.
I didn't.
One of those things that we've done, and I really feel like that's a good thing to do, because there's so many app games where I don't know what they're about. And sometimes Scandal and I have been very excited about a game.
Okay.
And then when we've been excited about it, it's terrible, at least for what we're interested in when we get in there. And it's kind of cool to just have the opportunity to look that up and know it,
Right. Sorry, I'm trying to look to see which of the stars are the ones that gives to your life.
Yep. All right,
okay,
so
distance yellow stars, keep going 100k. Stars like these. Okay, so I need to remember those ones. This is one I keep forgetting. So it's the
slightly bigger ones, I think it is, give you life.
I think it's the way that they look. See, some of them look different.
Okay, but they gave you 2 different colors. So there's 3 colors in here. So which colors give you life?
I'm looking for which ones are
Or
they?
is it a size thing? Oh, you
I missed, yeah.
You missed. You're trying to like.
You're somewhere I can never reach the end. Oh no, and I'm gonna get yelled at.
Some of this is very soft, and some of it is very like, One of the nice things about these games too is also they don't have any lives in them as far as you can play or not play again. There's no life timers, nothing. They're very sort of zen or stim or just de-stressing games where you can play as many times as you want. There are no consequences. You do not run out of lives, any of that kind of thing.
No.
Yep. And when you go away, there's really no punishment.
I like that though about games, but then again, I've been either a console gamer or basically an actual game gamer rather than app games. The one thing that's really upset me a lot about app games is where they're like, well, what we actually really want ultimately out of you in the end is your wallet. We don't actually want you to play or enjoy this game. What we want is your money.
We want you to be so attached to this game
that you'll give us money.
And I am all for buying premium games if I love them. And we have bought some premium games and played through them on our channel, and we have more lined up that we're going to do, as well as console games. If they're not older games, definitely, you pay money for those things.
Right?
And I absolutely believe that, that app games creators should get paid for what they do. However, I'm not really into the business model, if you will, of app games as a continual income source. Like, in the way that a video game isn't an infinite income source, or the way
kind of like the MMO,
a novel isn't.
Or honestly, the MMO though principle, because you have to think about it. So basically, a lot of app games are trying to recreate that, but on a smaller scale, with smaller details, not nearly as many connections in most cases, and basically with smaller interludes of cash.
No, I missed
You almost got it. That was great.
And so, I was back in the day when they first started out, with WoW, and I also played EverQuest and things like that. And one of the things that I enjoyed about those games, because they were way back in the early 2000s, was that they were sort of structured around expansion packs, or they had a subscription and continual free content upgrades. Now, I have mixed feelings about subscription games, because I feel like if you have a subscription, your game really needs to hand it to you in content continually, sort of like subscribing to cable. Cable continually gives you new stories, new experiences, new input all the time.
That's why you had a subscription to cable, because it would do something.
And the same thing like having an internet connection, you define your own content experience in reference to it, because it's what you search and what you do with the internet, but your content's never limited. If I had a subscription to a game like this, it would feel really inappropriate to me, because it's like, what are you getting from this more because of your subscription,
Right.
And so, while this game is very charming, and like I said, I would totally support the creator and do, it is an experience of going, but if I don't do a one-time purchase, sort of like buying a novel, then what am I getting out of it more than that one-time purchase?
Right.
I feel like I grew up mostly with 90s video games, and so that's really what I'm used to. But I started gaming very early in my life. We had a computer in the house from the time I was very young. We had console games since I was a teeny tiny, that kind of thing. So I have it, to not age myself completely, but I have had experience all the way through with computers and with console games. And my dad was a gamer, and my grandpa gave us, an Atari and a Coleco, that kind of thing. Like we had games for days. I just barely missed it.
Just
So we
barely.
had like all the way, from I'm from all of those things. I wasn't the generation of all of those things, but the thing is I have experience with all of these different kinds of games, back from, like 8-bit games all the way up to like, our modern 3D, high graphic intensity games.
Right.
And it's been super fun to have that contrast of things. But the fact is, back in the day, you just bought a game and you went home with it.
Yeah.
And you were done. Like the very much like I compared it to buying a novel or buying a movie. Now there's a certain
It was a fully
period,
contained experience.
and there's a certain period of release where they expect to, the creators expect to get money from it. Oh, the star left.
No.
It went
Yeah,
away.
they do
No.
that sometimes.
Anyway, and so like when you're selling a book, you can re-release the book. I'm gonna give up on this one and just keep going because it's okay. Anyway, but they don't expect you to keep buying the book. Now, the digital age of books has expanded a little bit. Hi, welcome to Soft Games and Discourse with Lies and Scandal.
Right.
But the digital experience of books has expanded a little bit, where people can sell you books like zines or like chapter by chapter as like an experience if they want to.
Yeah,
but at
like
the
they
same
have the
time,
online comics for some people.
and you can either subscribe to them and expect a certain amount of monthly content, or like have a Patreon experience where you subscribe to someone's story, or you pay to access their blog and they have continual updates. But again, you're continuing to get new content all the time. So what you're ultimately paying for is content. And this is probably 99 cents to about $3 worth of content, because there's nothing else going on here. Which is fine. But
sometimes,
at the same time,
with the continuing subscription service, so while I agree with you, I also find it to be, though, frustrating, too, because sometimes you're going, God, the thing that I really liked, they don't continue on doing, or they're not interested in doing, or where they're going, well, where we're going to take our story, because I am a huge story / character gamer, because without the characters, you don't have the story, right? But except for the fact that I always find it to be frustrating, because somehow people manage, and even myself, manage to split up story and character badly, where you're going, how the heck do you have a story that doesn't have interesting characters? Because your characters literally are part of your story.
No, and then I lost it. Your characters honestly drive your story, and we're gonna have a discussion about that in another place, because I think this is getting long enough, and you've got the idea of the game, and we've really just gone off here. Like, well, go off, I guess. But at the same time, it is important to support your creators if you want more content, and it's also important to think about sort of how you're spending your leisure money and going, do I believe this is worth a subscription or not? And I feel it's important for people who offer subscriptions or continual purchases to really think about what it is they're offering, and for us as a market, as consumers, to think about what we demand.
And you really can do quite a bit, actually. A lot of people go, oh, you can't change it, blah, blah. And it's like, no, you can do a ton with basically your wallet or your voice, or discussing with other individuals, or just looking at your own personal habits and going, why do I engage in the kind of behaviors that I engage in? Even if it's just personal stuff. It doesn't have to be about, this great huge social network of gaming or games, or,
Self-examination is good.
It's really important.
It is. All right, everybody. Welcome to You Are 100K Light Years Away. I haven't actually made it to 100K, but it starts talking at 10K, so I'm thinking that it will actually talk to you more if you make the 100K.
Which is why I was also looking for more stars, because they seem to give you more lives.
Actually a little bit more content in here.
So we're trying to figure out.
That I don't know what it is. But yeah, I noticed that when you hit that 10K, it's like you made 10K, and so it talks to you. I'm gonna lose it.
You lost.
Totally lost it. But I think it will actually talk to you more. So if anybody wants to really go and grind on this game and just play in the softness of the stars, they can really go check that out. In the meantime, I am Lon.
Yeah, I'm Scandal, guys.
And thank you for joining us for this really cute little game, and also for our incredible discourse on getting content and supporting creators. Yeah. If you liked this, or you want to check out the rest of our channel, please do so.
It would really help us out, honestly.
It would help us get more visibility, and we would love that, so we could get more feedback and sort of continue to be who we are, but also tailor some of our experience to the audience we're attracting a slight bit, so that we know what people are looking for out of what we offer.
Right.
All right. And I hope all of you have a very pleasant day.
Yeah, enjoy yourselves. Have a
Mhm.
good one.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.